In the first part of this video, we're going to draw some circles. You're going to want your compass to fit the paper to create your first circle. So make sure you put the metal point in the center and make sure it is going to fit. You're going to spin the paper, not the actual compass. Find that middle point. You're going to want to make sure that metal pin stays on that same point every circle that you make. So you're going to make it a little bit smaller. You do have to create 4 different size circles. They can vary in width. Some can be closer together, some can be skinnier, some can be a little bit wider. It's up to you what types of circles. If you do want an image in the center, you might leave a little bit of extra room in that inner circle to draw something. But that's going to be the first part, is drawing your circle. To create symmetrical patterns, or patterns that are going to be within the same size, you want to first align your protractor to that middle dot. There is a little plus sign right there. Sometimes there's a little hole. Just align that. And you are going to first just mark whatever measurements that you want your design to be. For this one, I'm going to mark every 45 degrees. This is a little bit of a bigger design. So here I'm marking 0, 45, 90, 135, and 180. That's every 45 degrees. If you want it to go around the entire mandala, you're going to spin your paper, align that dot again to in the 0 and 180. Make sure they're marked up before you mark the rest of the 45 degrees. Like I said, this is a little bit of a larger section. Sometimes the smaller sections work best, but when you do draw the line, make sure it is radiating towards that point. So when you draw that line, just make sure your ruler or your protractor is touching that radius right there. Now that I have even sections, I can start to build a design within. I'm just going to sketch a really simple diamond in here, but you can see that using this sectioning with the protractor, I can have them about even distance apart. So it's a great way to just keep an even amount of distance. Up here, I'm going to mark every 10 degrees. I like the smaller sections for more intricate patterns. You can see I didn't align it correctly, so I'm going back and just erasing it right here. And I'm going to erase this 45-degree angle and add that extra 10-inch. But just make sure when you're connecting those lines to, again, bring it to that center point. The smaller ones are much better for a smaller design, more intricate design. And so I'm just going to have this one band be marked every 10 degrees. And then I'm going to use my side of my protractor, and I can kind of create this sun-like effect right there just by taking the one corner to another corner, and it gets a very nice geometric look. If you do complete a design that is kind of intricate, that you are not feeling comfortable repeating over and over again, this one is still kind of simple, but just for an example, if you do have some sort of intricate design, you can grab a piece of tracing paper. I'm going to mark out the section so that I can align it perfectly as I trace it, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy that design, whatever you choose, and so you're just not having to redraw it every single time. It's not coming out different. So now I can take my pencil and I can just lightly sketch. You don't want to put too much pencil down, but just whatever you need. I'm going to lightly sketch. I'm going to line that section up so I know it's placed correctly, and then just really heavily press over those lines, and it's going to transfer onto your paper. It might be a little bit light, but you can just go over with your pencil and darken it up. This is a great way of replicating your design, so you're not having to repeat it if it's kind of intricate and you don't want each one to look different. This is a great way just for intricate designs. If it's somewhat basic, just freehand it. You don't need it for every single design, but just something that is a little bit more intricate.